Today we're talking about board books, which I think are so fun. And so oftentimes when it comes to creating our own books, I think that we skip over board books as an option, but I want to make sure that we all understand like what a board book is and why it's so great and why you should consider doing a board book if that's something that you're interested in. I do recognize that the printing of a board book is a little bit more complicated than your traditional hardcover or softcover book. But like, look at it. It's so cute. Here, look at this one. They're just so cute. So like, what can I say about board books that like we all don't know? Well, number one, these are of course for like a very young audience. So keeping that in mind, that these are not what you imagine an 8-year-old holding, a 7-year-old, a 6-year-old, a 10-year-old. Board books are made for that infant to like toddler age range because number one, they're very small, very good for them in their little bitty bodies. And the pages are very durable. Like, because they are so thick, it allows a child who is still learning how to manage books, how to hold books, how to lovingly turn the page, to engage with a book in a little bit of a rough manner, and to really be interactive with it as well. That's something I truly do love about board books that makes it a little bit different from doing your hardcover or paperback book, especially in the children's book industry, because this is where you're more likely to see those interactive elements when it comes to the pages. So like, for example, for this book called Messy or Neat, in the pages, it has just a page that has a situation going on, and it has the word messy. And if you actually turn the page and open it up, it has the area clean. And that's how all of the pages go in this book. You have messy, and then you open it up, it's clean now. Something really cool about this book that I also realized is that it goes through like what you do. So like, it's not saying, and now we're in the red room, we're going to the red room, now we're in the orange room, yellow room. Can you tell I'm really enjoying this? The green room, the blue room, the blue room, purple, red, okay. Oh, we're going to do it again. Okay, cool. We're going to do it. But it's really fun. You have that element of being interactive, which you really can't do with those other kinds of books. Even like in this example I showed earlier of Drip, it doesn't have the interactive pages element of it, but the raindrop, like slowly you get further and further in the book until eventually the raindrop, wait for it, the raindrop becomes a cloud. When it comes to a board book, typically we're not looking for super complex conversations like we would for a regular picture book where we have the 32 pages and we have more breadth to do so. Remember, this is for 0 to 3 years old, ideally. Something else I do want to mention, because these two are a really good example of this. So Messy or Neat is very much so like, there's no depth of story here. We're just saying messy, neat, messy, neat. So there's not like a deep story here. You're just learning the overall concept of being clean. Whereas Drip is a little bit more complicated in the sense that we're just talking about water. And so where do you see water? And so it does have sentences, questions. It's not just 1 or 2 words. So when I'm saying like board books are not as complex, you can still talk about certain things within the board book, but just being mindful of the level of understanding that your ideal reader would have of a 0 to 3-year-old, whether that's they get it immediately when they're 0, like a few months old, or they get it later when they're 3 years old, that a raindrop comes from a cloud. That's the overall concept here, but we just do it in a fun and cute and engaging way, and we make sure our words are very simple. So thinking about the concepts that you may want to put into a board book, think about the text that you want to have in there. So of course you want to use simple language, simple words, things that a 0 to 3-year-old would understand. But you also want to have like a repetitive, like not a rhyming scheme, but it also helps if like you're repeating something over and over again, so that way they can understand what you're saying. As a librarian, I love seeing kids with a board book because it's just getting them into the habit of reading with something that is durable enough to withstand their strength. Have you ever had a baby hold your pinky before? Those babies are strong. So I love being able to showcase a board book to people. I love seeing kids read a board book because it's just getting them into the habit of reading, exploring the world through books with a fun, engaging book that sometimes has those fun interactives or just has a fun narrative and story for them. Like, I love The Hungry Caterpillar. I love reading Corduroy. And so having those introductions to really birth the next generation of readers is so important. I think we need more board books out in the world, and I think we need more people expressing their love of board books. And so feel free to let me know down in the comments below if you had a favorite board book that you read as a child or one that you love right now. Because I think it's important that we always remember that board books are an option and that they are, like every other book out there, made for everyone. You know what? This is actually a really cute picture book. Like, what happens when I get to the end? Because it can't always be there. Oh, wow. This is a really good picture book. Maggie Lee, you did your big one with this.